Behind us. Dr. Trefor Murphy is the founder and the CEO of Fitch. Welcome to the Neo Hub. Not a bad place to be broadcasting from on a Monday morning.
Oh, beautiful. Thank you, Tom.
And thank you for bringing your latest research to bear as well. It sort of fits in nicely with everything that Neo is trying to do with integration of technology, integration of AI into their latest findings. Let's talk those findings because you were kind enough to send me your latest report yesterday. I've got it up in front of me. It's from Fitch Research. It's called Redesigning Work, AI and the Future of Talent. The sort of story to this one, age of AI, instead of large-scale job cuts, you're seeing more and more organizations merging responsibilities. Talk me through this one.
Sure. I mean, I guess the scope of the report was really to understand there's a lot of hype about AI and how it impacts, jobs and people's futures. And are we keeping up? Are the GCC countries keeping up with international standards around AI? So we surveyed about 350 organizations, about 200,000 employees. And once we've seen that AI has definitely moved beyond the experimental stage and shifted more into where it can create kind of more immediate kind of operational gains, more operational efficiencies. So I think there's a level of cautious optimism with employees in this. There's a rising expectation on where organizations feel that there should be improvements in performance and outputs. But that optimism is still quite fragile. Without proper investment, without proper leadership around AI, there's a lot of fragmentation in who runs AI in organizations. So we're seeing that, there needs to be some realistic timelines as the technology actually catches up. Everyone talks about AI, but how is it actually improving or making things more efficient? So certainly some challenges ahead.
I mean, that old adage, isn't it? Ignore at your peril. And I think that seems to be something that is dominating a lot of businesses at the moment. How you integrate AI is the big question mark at the moment for organizations. But for those that you're talking to, I mean, how many have begun the process of adopting or scaling AI?
I mean, I guess, if you talk about scaling, so I think every organization is using AI to an extent. But if you talk about it from an enterprise, scaling on an enterprise basis, where you're looking at an organization that's embedding AI across all its functions, internationally, we see the multinationals at about 42% of those surveyed said that they had scaled AI to an enterprise level, 7% in the GCC. So quite a bit behind international standards. At government level, a higher, 21% had actually started to scale it up at enterprise level. So everyone is experimenting with it. Some have included it in parts or in divisions or functions in the organizations, but quite a lower percentage have actually scaled it up across the enterprise.
It is interesting, isn't it? Because we are all on this AI adoption curve at the moment. And the curve is a perfect word for it. It's not coming up and down like a cliff, but there is a curve.
It is a slow curve up,
But what I find interesting, especially about this market and about the market and the organizations you speak, as you've just said there, you've got multinationals here who will be looking to global practices and what's working for them in other parts of the world. You've got your local GCC-based brands here as well, and a government that is very quick to adopt a new technology, which I would suggest, and correct me if I'm wrong, is quite sort of unique to workforces and workplaces around the world.
Of course, governments here adopt new technology quicker than anywhere else I've seen in the world, for sure. It's also very interesting to spend on AI. Budget. So, I mean, 41% are spending less than $500,000 on AI. It's still, let's see how it goes. Let's take a look at it. Let's certainly make some level of investment in it, but it's at a smaller percentage. 8% have spent more than $5 million, or planning to spend more than $5 million a year, with 1/3 of those spending in excess of $25 million per year on AI adoption. So yeah, it's interesting. We're definitely on that curve, Tom, as you said, but really trying to see the benefits of it and trying to understand. And technology is fragile.
Yeah.
As we've seen this morning and over the weekend with internet speeds slower. So can we depend on machine to run processes for us? There's certainly challenges there.
In terms of the budget spend as well, which is interesting, it makes for a really interesting read, this one. The budget that companies are allocating at the moment, who is driving the investment? I mean, is the investment spending here across the region with companies in line with sort of global practice at the moment? Who's taking responsibility for that spending?
I would say probably not in line with international spends, as we've seen with the multinationals investing at enterprise level a lot more. The problem is it's quite fragmented in organizations still. A lot of a high percentage of organizations showing that there's no clear AI leader in the business. So everyone's frenzy, looking around. I can do a little bit of this. I can use it for this. But really, in terms of getting the key benefits out of it, needs to be scaled to an enterprise level.
Why? Why invest in AI? Why are organizations investing in AI just because the people down the road are at the moment?
I'd say there's a little bit of that. I mean, the key reasons, 32% of organizations surveyed showed to improve speed of execution, 20% to automate repetitive tasks, 18% to improve user experience, which I thought was interesting, and just under 18% to reduce costs. So I think organizations are trying to use AI for the right reasons. I still think there's probably a considerable drive around reducing costs. But the survey is showing that it's a slightly different flavor in terms of why AI is being adopted at the moment.
It's really interesting. We started our conversation, and the report is out now. Do download it. It's the latest from Cooper Fitch. Have a little look at it. We started it, and let's just wrap up with your sort of big takeaway from this one. One word that really jumped out at me, for me, was reshaping. You know, we talk about the fact that AI is revolutionizing, but organizations just looking to reshape with AI.
Yeah, I think it's looking at jobs and where AI can make some efficiencies. Unfortunately, then merging some more responsibilities under that individual. So certainly less job cuts. Very, very small percentage of organizations are in a position in the next 12 months to reduce jobs. 3-4% in the majority of job reduction. So it's not really a job reduction piece right now, albeit just over 30% said that in the future, in the next year or 2 or 3 years, that it could have a more impactful nature around job reduction.
Reports out is from Fitch Research. This man and his team has put it together, redefining work, AI, and the future of talent. Dr. Trefor Murphy, founder and CEO of Fitch. Thanks so much indeed for being with us.
Thank you, Tom.
Really kind of you. Right, let's get Trev back out onto the roads. Let's see what the traffic's like.
Dubai I 103.